Death is one of the greatest mysteries in life. It is something that every living being will eventually face, yet it remains shrouded in uncertainty and wonder. From the moment we first hear about it, whether as children or adults, we start to wonder what it truly means. What happens when you die? Is it simply the end of everything, or could there be something more waiting for us beyond this life? Every person, young or old, has thought about this big question at least once, often during quiet moments, or after losing someone close. People around the world have different ideas about death, shaped by their cultures, religions, and personal experiences. Some think it is a peaceful sleep, a gentle fading away, where pain and worries disappear. Others believe it is a doorway to something more, perhaps a new beginning, or a journey to another existence. The truth is, nobody really knows for sure what happens after death, and that uncertainty can be both fascinating and unsettling. That is why this topic is so interesting and sometimes even scary. It touches on our deepest fears and hopes. For thousands of years, humans have tried to find answers, searching through philosophy, religion, and science. Scientists, religious leaders, and regular people have all shared their thoughts, each offering unique perspectives and stories. Even today, new discoveries and ideas keep the conversation going as we learn more about life, consciousness, and the universe. The mystery remains, and that is part of what makes life precious. Not knowing what comes next encourages us to cherish every moment we have. In this essay, we will explore what happens when a person dies, looking at the question from many different angles. We will look at the biological facts, spiritual beliefs, and real-life stories that people have shared throughout history. By the end, you might not have all the answers, but you will understand why this question matters to everyone and why it continues to inspire curiosity, reflection, and hope. Let's start with the science of dying. This journey, though often difficult to talk about, is a fundamental part of the human experience. By understanding what happens inside our bodies, we can approach the topic with more clarity and less fear. Our bodies are amazing machines, made up of trillions of tiny parts called cells. Each cell has a specific job, working together in harmony to keep us alive and healthy. Every day, these cells communicate, repair, and replace themselves, allowing us to move, think, and feel. They form the foundation of everything we do, from breathing to laughing with friends, but no machine lasts forever. As we age, our bodies slowly start to wear out. Over time, cells become less efficient at repairing themselves, and organs gradually lose their strength. Dying usually begins when the heart stops beating. Without a heartbeat, blood can't carry oxygen to the organs, and the body's vital systems begin to shut down. The brain, which needs a lot of oxygen, is affected first. Within minutes, it stops sending signals, and the body cannot move or feel. Consciousness fades, and awareness slips away. This process can happen suddenly, such as in an accident, or slowly, as with a long illness. Each person's experience is unique, shaped by their health and circumstances. The body goes through several stages as it shuts down. Media. Person breathing slowly in hospital bed. Hospice nurse, checking patient's breathing, close-up of chest gently rising and falling. Breathing becomes slow and shallow. Sometimes, there are long pauses between breaths, and the rhythm may change. Muscles relax, and sometimes, there are small movements called reflexes. These twitches or jerks are normal, and are simply the body's way of letting go. Skin might change color, becoming pale or bluish, and the body cools down as circulation slows. Hands and feet may feel cold to the touch. Doctors and nurses can often tell when death is near by watching these signs. They use their experience to provide comfort and support to both the patient and their loved ones. Understanding this process helps us see that dying is a natural part of life. It is not just an event, but a journey the body takes, much like the changing of seasons or the blooming and wilting of flowers. While it can be sad, knowing what happens can make us less afraid. It allows us to support each other, cherish our moments, and find peace in the cycle of life. Science has taught us a lot about what happens to the body after death, revealing a fascinating and sometimes unsettling process that every living thing eventually goes through. Once the heart stops beating and the brain ceases to function, the body begins a series of changes that scientists have studied for centuries. The very first stage is called algor mortis, where the body gradually cools down to match the temperature of its surroundings. This cooling process can help forensic experts estimate the time of death. After a few hours, the muscles become stiff and rigid in a stage known as rigor mortis. This stiffness starts in the smaller muscles like those in the face, and then spreads throughout the body before eventually fading away. Within a day or two, the body enters decomposition. During this stage, cells break down and tissues begin to dissolve, marking the start of the body's return to the earth. Bacteria and tiny organisms, which were already living inside us, now take over, breaking down tissues and releasing gases. Insects, like flies, are also drawn to the body, speeding up the process. These changes might seem unsettling, but they are a natural and essential part of the life cycle, helping to recycle nutrients back into the environment. Everything that lives, from the smallest insect to the largest animal, will one day return to the earth, nourishing new life in the process. Scientists have also turned their attention to the brain, especially in the moments right after death, to understand what happens during this mysterious transition. Some research has found that brain activity can continue for several minutes after the heart has stopped, with brief surges of electrical activity that puzzle experts. This lingering brain activity might help explain why some people report vivid and unusual experiences, such as seeing lights or feeling detached from their bodies when they come close to dying. Still, science cannot fully explain what happens to a person's thoughts, feelings, or sense of self during these final moments. The mystery remains. Ultimately, science focuses on the physical body, its organs, cells, and processes, not on the spirit or soul, which remain matters of philosophy and belief. While science gives us clear facts about the physical process of dying, it leaves many questions unanswered about what, if anything, comes next. The journey beyond remains one of humanity's greatest mysteries. After someone dies, what happens to the body depends on many things. In hospitals, nurses often wash and prepare the body. Families may stay with their loved one for a while to say goodbye. This helps people feel close and begin to heal. Next, the body might be taken to a funeral home. Here, experts called morticians care for the body. They may use special chemicals to slow down decomposition. Sometimes people choose to be buried in a coffin. Others may be cremated, which means the body is turned into ashes by fire. In many cultures, there are special ceremonies for honoring the dead. Funerals, wakes, or memorials help friends and family remember the person. These rituals can be simple or grand, depending on beliefs and traditions. They are a way for people to express love and say farewell. No matter what happens to the body, the most important part is how we remember and celebrate the life that was lived. This helps us cope with loss and keep memories alive. So, many people believe there is more to life than just the body. They talk about the soul or spirit, something that cannot be seen or touched. Different cultures and traditions have their own ideas about what happens to this part of us after we die. Some think the soul leaves the body and travels to another place. This place might be peaceful like heaven, or a new world where souls live together. Others believe the soul is reborn in a new body, starting a new life on earth. This idea is called reincarnation. There are also beliefs that the soul stays close to loved ones for a time. People who have lost someone may feel their presence or dream about them. These feelings can bring comfort and hope, even if there is no proof. While nobody can say for sure what happens to the soul, these spiritual ideas help many people find meaning and peace when facing death. Religion plays a big role in how people think about death. For example, Christians often believe in heaven, a place of happiness with God after death. Muslims have a similar idea, with paradise promised to those who live a good life. Both religions teach that our actions on earth matter for what comes next. Hindus and Buddhists believe in reincarnation. After death, the soul is reborn in a new body. The kind of life you have next depends on your actions in this one, a concept called karma. Some Native American and African traditions believe in a spirit world where ancestors watch over the living. In Japan, many follow Shinto and Buddhist ideas. They honor the dead with festivals and think of them as spirits who stay close to the family. In Mexico, the Day of the Dead is a bright, joyful time to remember loved ones with food, music, and stories. Each religion offers its own answers and rituals. These beliefs help people cope with loss, find hope, and keep cultural traditions alive. Wondering about death is part of being human. We are the only creatures who know we will die someday. This can make us feel afraid, curious, or even peaceful. The question of what happens next shapes our beliefs, choices, and even the way we live. People want to know if there is something after life. It is natural to hope for more time, or to see loved ones again. Some people want answers to feel less afraid. Others wonder if life has a deeper meaning because it ends. Artists, writers, and philosophers have explored death for centuries. Their stories and ideas help us talk about our fears. Even children ask questions about dying, showing that this mystery is with us from the start. By thinking and talking about death, we also learn more about life. It reminds us to cherish every moment and the people we love. Sometimes, people who come close to death share powerful stories. These are called near-death experiences. Some describe seeing a bright light or feeling peaceful. Others say they saw loved ones or memories from their life. While science cannot explain these stories fully, they are very real to the people who have them. Families often find comfort in sharing memories of someone who died. Telling stories, looking at photos, or visiting special places can help with healing. Some cultures believe the dead can send signs, like a favorite song or a butterfly landing nearby. Whether true or not, these moments can bring hope. Hospice workers, who care for dying people, see many different endings. Some people die quietly, while others seem to wait for family to arrive before letting go. Each story is unique, but love and kindness are always present. Real-life experiences remind us that death is not just about loss. It is also about connection, memory, and the love we leave behind. In the end, nobody knows exactly what happens when you die. Science gives us facts about the body, while religions and cultures offer many beliefs about the soul. Real-life stories add personal meaning, but the mystery remains. This question is important because it shapes how we live. It makes us think about what matters most: family, kindness, and making a difference. By facing the idea of death, we can appreciate life even more. Everyone has their own way of coping with this big question. Some find peace in faith or tradition. Others focus on living well and loving deeply. What matters most is that we respect each other's beliefs and support those who are grieving. Asking what happens when you die is not just about endings. It is about understanding the value of every moment and the beauty of the unknown.